So this is pod 2. It's a bit loud on my side. That should be a bit better for me. I don't know, I'm fiddling with the volume. Maybe it's just I don't like the sound of my own voice.
It's usually, most people don't.
I know, right?
Like,
Just suck it up and get used to it, do you?
Suck it up, buttercup.
It's a bit better. Am I looking there? Yeah, so you see I'm addressing the audience, I'm welcoming the audience, and I can still look at you and address you and welcome you. Nice, so we left off our last clip going into the world of series and entertainment and animation and the magical world of Disney, the Disney model. So yeah, I mean, I mentioned I've just finished The Mandalorian. I think pretty much the same like most of the hardcore die-hard fans, and gotta say, man, there were moments in that show, this last episode, where I found myself physically exhilarated and excited when little things happened. Yeah, so all through the season they bring in cool characters that are maybe on the outskirts of canon, or for those that watch the animated shows like Rebels and Clone Wars, there were some cool characters that they've now brought into the main line, and as I said, they're going to get their own off-spin shows and things. But in the last episode, as the season was going, there's like little things that they were hinting that might come to sort of a head at the end. And Jesus, Favreau fucking delivered. Wow, dude. I don't want to give away the spoiler for you, but yeah, it was epic. And when this little thing happens that hints towards it, I found myself going, no, can't be, no, can't be. And then this one character arrives, and you're like, still in the way they did it, you don't know, and you're like, because they kind of like hinted, and you're like, no, would they? Really, would they? And then all of a sudden, yeah, this reveal. I was like, ah! Oh! It was amazing. And then just the way they ended it, yeah, I was proper emotional. Like I had tears in my eyes and everything. I was like,
nice.
That was awesome. That was really sick. And then one little thing I can hint to you is the whole thing around Boba Fett and his character. And they've dropped a big bombshell at the end. So if you do get to the last episode, watch through all the credits, because Favreau took a page out of the classic Marvel book and he leaves you with a little
post-credits.
Yeah, totally. And it was an awesome post-credits too. So yeah, just, you know, I'm watching a lot of the sci-fi stuff that I'm into and that I can get my hands on, from like Star Trek stuff, Discovery, Picard, all of those. And I enjoyed Picard. I thought Picard was really cool, more from a nostalgia sort of standpoint. You know, they brought back Riker, Data, those kinds of characters, and kind of closed off some of those stories very nicely, I felt. So I was like, okay, great. They even did that animated one, Lower Decks, that was brilliant. And even in there, they brought in Riker, they brought in a few of those characters too. Nice. And I was like, fucking cool. And they actually got the actors to do the voices again. So loved that. And again, it's more nostalgia driven. But Mandalorian, dude, just home run. Like, to the next level. It's like he's hit a home run in the game that's still coming. That is how awesome this season was.
Jeez, that's good to hear.
Yeah. So you've watched the first one. I think maybe there's one episode in the whole season that I was like, yeah, nice, cute, but didn't blow me away. Every other episode was just like, okay, I need to give me the next one now, because yeah, dude, bar, it was
nice, man.
Yeah, so do yourself a favor. If you don't have all 8, let me know and I can get you whichever ones you're missing. My buddy RJ was also saying like he hasn't seen any of it. He doesn't like have VPN things or whatever. I was like, no, I've just found a way to download them and I'm downloading them. So even he's asking me if he can get those apps.
Because I could be wrong, but I recently got and I plan to start watching them soon. But I think I got to like ep 5 or something. But that's an educated guess. So
Okay. Yeah. So I can hook you up with the ones you're missing.
nice.
And yeah, I think we've got enough space in our Dropbox if I had to drop them in there for you, because mine are about 3 gigs an episode in
Okay.
HD. Yeah,
Yes.
so worth it.
One thing I didn't tell you that
You're pregnant.
yeah,
Nice.
got me.
A coronial.
But Kira and I went and watched Wonder Woman 2, Wonder Woman 1984, because like
Is that out?
yeah. So what a lot of people don't know, if you don't, this happens once in a while in SA. They soft drop like something in different countries because they want to see how it does.
Got you. So it was almost like a preview kind of.
Yeah, but it's been out here since the 16th.
Really?
So Kira and I went on like a date night as soon as we got back from Cape Town, because Kira's like, she loves Wonder Woman. So like, and yeah, man, like what is interesting is the different points of opinion. So Kira was like, it was a cool movie, but she still preferred the first one, but it was okay. I was quite blown away. I actually thought the sequel was like really good. Like I'm actually questioning which I prefer more.
Okay.
And
did you like how they did Cheetah and everything?
yeah, like man, like I know we saw the original stuff and it was like, but like how they cut around it and stuff, and I think they tweaked visual effects a little bit more.
Okay.
It's like it's not perfect, but it works in the context of like the film and everything. But the one thing I do want to say is like, I've never said this, and maybe I'm going to get a whole bunch of stones thrown at me, but like Gal Gadot is amazing. I won't take it away from her, but I don't know if it's a language barrier thing with her English or whatever, but there is some moments that she has like cheesy moments, like, like all you need is the truth. Like that was even in the first movie. Like I made that up on the spot, but
Fair.
So there is a little bit of that. And once you get past that, like, dude, this is going to sound really contradictory to everything we do, but it's the first time in a while where I was happy that Patty Jenkins, the director, is a movie maker first and a comic book fan second. Because she's not a huge comic book reader, but she, she loved the Christopher Reeves Superman, and she watched all that and grew up on that.
So she's got taste. Good for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone should love the Christopher Reeves. Everyone must watch the Christopher Reeves Superman.
And so, I mean, she's got all that influence and stuff, but how she made, like, there's some little small Easter eggs, but how she did it in her own way, I thought the whole story worked really well. I always forget his name, but the dude that plays Mandalorian.
I've got in blank too. We'll have to flash it up.
But
I'm with you.
he's I don't think it's too spoilery because he's in the trailers, but he's Maxwell Lord within the context of it. And it's so, because it's based in the 80s, he plays this, I don't know how to explain this, over-the-top cheap salesman that's trying to be expensive, but he does so well. He actually, even Kira's like, is that Castle? Like, because he's got that whole slick hair back, and he's got the whole but he's like, he's cheesy on purpose kind of thing, but he's like this huge villain. Like,
and Maxwell Lord has all the telepathy and telekinesis and stuff, so mind control and things.
But they do it a little bit differently, but it works in the context of the film, and I really thought it was cool. And they also did a post-credit scene, so if you guys don't know and you go watch it in cinema, wait. It's one of those mid-post-credit scenes. It's not all the way at the end. It's after the initial.
So their main characters are announced and stuff, and then
it comes in. Yeah,
got you. Nice.
And it's a cool drop. Like, I don't know enough about Wonder Woman, but even if you don't know from the comics, it's context from the movie. Like who might be coming, or they're leaving the seeds there.
Nice.
So yeah, dude, I thought it was overall. I thought it was like a slam dunk, man. Like, I know there's a lot of controversy, and I know this plays in my industry too. So this is when you said, like, is it released already? Where they, with HBO Max, they're releasing it digitally and in cinema at the same time. I don't know if you know that.
Did not know.
On Christmas Day in the States and stuff, and that's caused a lot of, like, because you must remember there's a whole business around theater and film and
that's also one of the main ways that they judge attendance and stuff is ticket sales and how's it done at the box office.
So they scared, like, HBO are disrupting like huge now, because now there's a film release going straight to digital, and like, I understand, get with the times, but what I feel bad for, dude, is like, I still love going to the movies. We've talked about this, but then there is because there's a lot of articles coming up about how cinemas might close down and stuff, but it's like, remember all the job losses. There's a guy behind the projection. There's people selling popcorn. There's cleaners. There's people that bulldoze. It's like this whole domino effect. So it bums me out a bit. But back to the film. You know, I think dude, it's still DC at the moment with their mess. It's still their strongest arguably, I suppose.
Property,
you know, like
you think?
yeah, I think so. Like the fact that they've got, you know, Gal Gadot and she's pretty and she plays the part well, and they've got Patty Jenkins, which is like a well-established director, and Zack Snyder and all the usual. Even it says like I watched some of the credits, so it's interesting because Zack Snyder's still like a producer on there, because remember he did develop the original
and he helped with the feel, the look, a bit of the script even, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And even Jeff Johns is on there as a credit with script, but
of course Johns is on there because he's supposed to be the creative whatever. I don't know.
One thing I also can say is is that, and this is maybe something that people don't look out for big time, but Hans Zimmer did the score, and again, like he just can't do me any wrong.
Mark and Hans Zimmer.
Just to give you some context, is, you know, the theme that they've given her, that dun 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 dun. Now they've taken then like 80s it a little bit, and they've like changed the
synthesizer.
Yeah, like there is, and there's parts where there is, and there's parts where there isn't, and then like and Clever. Also Chris Pike, is that his name? Yeah, Pine, sorry. Dude,
that's Captain Kirk.
Yeah, Captain Kirk. But he's so good, dude. He's so, and he plays this like comedy relief of, now he's arrived in the 80s and he's like, what in the, like, and he like, I mean, it's even a scene in the trailer, I don't know if you've seen, where he's like wearing parachute pants, and he's like, do people parachute all the time? Like, and it's like this stupid stuff, like, and they played off that really well.
Oh, nice.
Cheetah, Kristen Wiig, I think. Dude, and she starts off quirky and how she progressively owns being a predator kind of thing. Nice. I also, I got like no complaints, man. I thought it was a cool movie, so I'm keen to see what you and everyone else around me thinks about it.
Cool. I'll have to go and see it. I didn't know it was out.
Yeah, like, but also caught us off guard. Dude, Kira and I were like Christmas shopping in Santon, and we like, okay, we like became a date night, and so so
nice. Well, speaking of composers and that, I actually watched a new thing on Netflix, the holiday films that made us, or something. Because you know they got that whole series of the toys that made us, the video games that made us. I think they've even done the action movies, or the classic movies that made us. Now they've done a special one, and they only had 2 episodes that I could see there, but the Christmas movies that made us. So the first one, I thought they'd be like Home Alone, because that one was definitely around Christmas, and it was like, for its time, it was the Christmas movie, but that's not there. It's Elf with
Night Before Christmas.
That is there as well.
Okay, I was about to say they had to do Danny Elfman Night Before Christmas.
Definitely. So they go through Elf with Will Ferrell and how that movie came to be, and Jon Favreau directed that one, and how Favreau got behind the whole idea and everything. And I was like, wow, a lot of that movie behind that I had no clue about. I just thought it was a cool, quirky Will Ferrell movie. But geez, dude, all the stuff they give you on The Nightmare Before Christmas, and what was going on, and how Burton got this motley crew together to make the movie, because he had this idea right from when he started at Disney. I never knew that.
Yeah.
He started in Disney's animation department, and it was him and Elfman and someone else, and they were just these outcasts because what they were trying to do just wasn't Disney. So, apparently Disney actually owned the rights to it. And after he did Batman, he could literally whatever he wanted to do, how he wanted to do it. Everyone would be like, "You're Danny, you're Tim Burton. Tell us what you want."
Yeah.
And he went to Disney and he said, "Listen, would you mind if I bought the rights to those characters and everything back? Because I have an idea. I actually want to make this movie now." Disney were like, "How about this? Tell us what you want and free reign, open check." Do what you need to do. And even the way they went about it was very, very clever to get past the Disney execs. You know, his vision versus what Disney would deem appropriate. And they even said, like, the initial screening to convince the execs that they would greenlight and release the rest of the budget, they showed them the specific parts of the movie where Jack was in Christmas land and doing that whole, what's this? That whole thing, the guys were like, "Oh yes, oh look at it, so cheerful and happy, and yay, sure, carry on, guys."
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so very interesting.
I definitely want to check that out, dude. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but
go ahead.
We just got back from obviously our local comic book shop, Cosmic, and I don't know if you were there. I was at the counter. I think it's when you were doing something else, but
I'm looking for more stuff to waste money on.
But Shane told me that they had a production company there filming for Netflix, and they're doing kind of like that with comic book shops around the world.
Really?
So,
that is cool.
But if they filmed recently, that means it'll take quite a while before it gets to post.
Sure.
But so that's quite exciting. Like,
they're going to be there. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. And look, and Shane did say he's not holding his breath. Like they might have like a 1 second frame of them, but like usually Netflix do things properly. So I'm keen to.
Did they interview them at all?
He didn't say, man. He just said they came and they filmed around and stuff. So I'm not sure.
I hope not, because on record we're still the only ones who've interviewed all of them, and we did a damn good job, if I do say so myself. Follow this link over here to see those videos, and I don't have any idea of how to insert those, but I'm going to figure it out.
Nice.
We've done a few references, and every time I upload the videos, I'm like, how do we do that again? And then once I kind of think, okay, let me actually figure it out, I go, what video was that again?
Yeah, flip, it's hard, man. Another change of topic. And this is your domain totally, but Tasha's Timmy phoned me the other day, and he's like, no, I'm sick of you breaking your promise. You have to and he's like, you have to watch some of 7 Deadly Sins. So literally I was hanging out watching, and I put like the first 2 episodes on, and man,
only 2.
Well, yeah, that's all like, and then it was like dinner, and it was, all these other things, but like, yeah, I must say, like, it does, I mean, I can tell it's a stylistic thing, the whole anime manga thing, or like the only thing that like puts me off is like when obviously first episode is that girl that's trying to find the 7 Deadly Sins.
Well, she's trying to find, them, and she eventually stumbles onto Meliodas. Doesn't even know that he's...
So that's where I've watched until where Meliodas just goes like ape, and he just kicks everything's ass, and it's cool. And I dig that. And the minute I saw like the tattoo, I was like, this is what Timmy's been going on about. But like, when she was going all emotional, the whole like over the top, like, dun, Meliodas, dun, 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 dun. It sounds like to me, it's like cheesy rom-com. And I know that is just what it all is about. It's part of the style.
Yeah.
But otherwise, dude, like I must say, I mean, I was captivated. I was kind of like, okay, what happens now?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you
so
started. That's half the journey.
Yeah, exactly. So 4 seasons I got to. So I got a lot to watch.
Yeah, and then 5th season apparently in production as we speak. So, yeah, dude, it's epic, man. If you get to the end of the first, I have no doubt you'll be absolutely dumb, stupidly hooked. It proper does hook you.
Cool.
The way that they cleverly upscale everyone and everything as they go along. So, I agree with you. The only thing that does get to me is her character is initially for me annoying, but does come into her own as it goes on. And there's certain episodes where she just goes on about Meliodas, and she's just got this way of saying it, Meliodas, that just like pierces into you. It's like, fuck, that's annoying. You need to move on. But other than that, yeah, pretty cool. You haven't even met Deanne yet. I don't think they've missioned to find Deanne yet. Okay, yeah. Then there's a whole interesting thing that happens there as well. Yeah, but at least you started. Once you're done with that, one that I watched and finished it as well, there's only 1 season so far, but it's a Netflix one, so I'm hoping more to follow, was called Cannon Busters.
Okay.
And the thing that kind of got me, there's this main character, also, I don't know what, they've managed to find these female leads with irritating, piercing voices, and hers is no different. She just, but her character's overly nice and overly sweet, and she's a droid of she's like a service droid, and she's all about how can I help you, and everything is great, and it's like you're gonna piss me off. But the story is actually very cool and very clever. And there's this main dude called Philly the Kid, play on Billy the Kid.
Okay.
And there's like a whole thing around him and his character, and that was every episode was enjoyable in and of itself.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Cool story. So it's going to lead into something bigger, which is amazing. So
I'll put it in my little what's it, like your watch list in Netflix.
Cannon Busters. And out of all the anime I've watched recently, it has the best theme song.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool theme song. Almost hip-hoppy. And I'm convinced, listening to the female vocalist, I'm convinced it's Rihanna. It sounds like Rihanna's voice.
It's possible.
Google it. Yeah, I might have to. But it's a very cool theme song. And yeah, so if you like 7 Deadly Sins, I think you'll like Cannon Busters. Very, very cool. Different setting. It's more of a Wild West, futuristic Wild West kind of thing. But that works. Very, very cool. Yeah, so give that one a watch. I know I watched something. Oh, on Netflix as well in the anime world. I've had them for years and years and years, but they've brought on a Wolverine anime and an X-Men anime.
Okay, cool.
The Wolverine one for me is, yeah, it's watchable, but it's not. It's something's not right with it. I just didn't enjoy it as much.
Okay.
The X-Men one is sick. It's brilliant. The action stuff, the characters, just everything in the story is
cool.
tight. So my recommendation would be start with the X-Men one, watch that. As far as I know, they only did like one season of it, and the X-Men one, that they've certainly, the way it ends, there's definitely like you could definitely
room to
100%. But yeah, very good anime. The X-Men one in particular. Wolverine one, I don't know, maybe it's the way they draw him in that one. He looks too sleek and slender. He's not stocky and bulky like he would be, but the X-Men one he is. He's stocky and bulky. So yeah, but it's good.
Nice.
Yeah,
definitely check that out.
So earmark those if you're ever going to delve down the anime rabbit hole like you are. Those are some ones that you get some quick wins, enjoyment.
Get some education.
Yeah, 100%.
So what else have you watched?
A lot. We might have to do a second video.
Okay, we can do a part 2, I think.
Yeah,
we
might
part
have
3
to.
or part whatever.
Yeah, because I actually had like notes on my phone, and I mean, it's like we've covered 2 of the ones that I could think of: Cannon Busters and Mandalorian. Then yeah, there's another one, Ultramarine Magma, another Magma anime. I'm in 2 minds about it. It reminds me of an anime I watched called Blue Lagoon.
Okay.
And Blue Lagoon I thought was really, really cool and awesome. About these like pirates, modern day pirates and stuff. And this one guy, they kidnap him and he's not a pirate. But as things go on, he kind of gets sucked into their world. And it's just very, very cool. Hardcore chick who's like gun obsessed and everything in that. And I liked her character. This Ultramarine Magma, it's weird. It's basically like this third, I suppose you could say it's an 8th continent. Just arrives in the middle of the ocean in between Australia and Africa, and it's got all these weird creatures on it and stuff like that, and people are trying to mine it for various resources it has and everything, but the creatures are hardcore and they just take people out, and you need to get these guides to take you there. And so far every episode seems like a self-contained little story. It doesn't seem, I haven't seen a thread yet that's interweaving all of them, so I haven't been as like with 7 Deadly Sins, you want to see where this whole journey is going on. She's going to find all the sins. Who are the sins? What are their powers?
Why are they missing? You know,
exactly. Yeah. Why are they even called the 7 Deadly Sins and all that? And this, it's just every episode. There's like someone comes, they need this guide to take them through the place. He takes the job, stuff happens, and then it ends. It's like, huh. Okay, so I'm enjoying it. It's good anime. It's just I'm not seeing the common thread through. Then I had some stuff to talk about Discovery, 2 movies that I watched, Kevin Hart comedy. So there's a lot that I could talk about. Probably another episode.
So if you liked what Mark and I were talking about here, or just like our content in general,
please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos.
And yeah, do us a favor and find us on the social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
See you in the next video.